Hey guys, I'm here today with a post. God, I can't remember what the set is. It's the next main core booster set coming out. Probably should know the name, but I think it's the Pendulum set that's got some of new Pendulum cards, and then it's also got the Dinomorphia support cards. But it's post that booster set deck profile for Dinomorphia. I'll have the, of course, the name of the set will be in the description. But yeah, basically what this is a Dinomorphia branded deck, and it's taken me quite a while to get this deck figured out in a way that meshes well. They've meshed well together at least. But after some testing, I think that this is probably the best version I've played so far. And there's still some cards that I might tweak around. I think actually what I'm going to do is drop Fossil Dig altogether and play another Forbidden Droplet. Yeah, so I think that actually looks the best. And we'll talk a little bit why I'm not playing Fossil Dig like some other pure Dinomorphia builds are. But to start off with, we have 3 Dinomorphia Theresia, of course, 3 Dinomorphia Diplos, 3 Dinomorphia Domain. This is your current fusion trap, and then we have 2 Dinomorphia Alert. I'm sorry that doesn't have the picture on there. It did yesterday, but for some reason I don't know if this platform is like updating, but some of their pictures are missing, so I'll just tell you what the card is. But it's a trap card. 3 Dinomorphia Frenzy, 2 Dinomorphia Brute, 2 Dinomorphia Sonics, 3 Pot of Extravagance. Feel free to play Prosperity if you want. Prosperity is probably better, but as far as I don't have Prosperity personally, and I'm looking to build this actual deck when I get the rest of the support for Dinomorphia. But yeah, Prosperity or Extravagance is fine. Only problem is, since we're playing a small branded package, if you do banish your like your Dragoon or not really, Guardian Chimera doesn't matter, but if you banish your Dragoon or Albion, like you're kind of in a tough spot. So but not really at the same time. This deck is still good pure, so even if you don't get to your branded engine, that's okay. And then 1 Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. This card's just really good generically. We have no way to search it, and you could, if you wanted to, play a way to search it. But personally, I'm fine just drawing it. It's not really that important to the strategy to have, so it's just like a plus if you do get it. And usually you don't want it on turn 1 anyways. You want it later in the game. Next is Dinomorphia Reversion. This is not too good either, honestly. I think I'm going to cut this and play another Sonic. That's probably the best move. Usually what I do with this is, since it's a counter trap, and I think you can do this with Sonic as well because it's also a counter trap, which is why I think I want to cut this for the another Sonic. Is you can when you normal special Dinomorphia Diplos, it's usually gonna be special. You can send 1 trap to your graveyard, and which is really important because 1, some of your fusion monsters let you copy those effects. Some of the Dinomorphia fusion monsters, but also this deck basically, Dinomorphia feeds off your life points being 2,000 and below. You really want your life points to be at 2,000 or below. And the counter traps, if you can banish them as a quick play from your graveyard and you take no battle damage. So actually, no, this isn't a quick play. So this is like the counter traps. It's only during the damage step. You banish it from your graveyard while your life points are 2,000 or less, and you take no battle damage. And then the regular like traps, like the fusion traps, you can banish them at any point from your graveyard, and or not any point, when your opponent activates a card. Sorry. So whenever they activate a card, you can banish this, like one of these traps, the regular traps from your graveyard, and as long as your life points are 2,000 or less, and then you take no effect damage, which is not as important as the counter traps are, because you really don't want to get attacked. But I will say, with that being said, since Dragoon is going to be coming back pretty strong with Despia, these are actually going to be relevant, because if you get your monsters destroyed by Dragoon's effect, you cannot afford to take effect damage. So it's actually pretty good. Moving on, we have 3 Forbidden Droplet now. As far as budget options, you can play Chalice, and that's probably fine as well. And then we have 2 Trap Tricks. This just kind of lets you have the option to get whatever trap you want to. And yeah, you really want to open up either Dinomorphia Domain, which we currently have available to us now, or Dinomorphia Frenzy, which is also another fusion trap that will be coming out in this next set. So you need to have at least one of those. So Trap Tricks just helps you get one of those. Next, we have 3 Branded Fusion, Busted card coming out in the structure deck. That's going to help you get into your Albion and then your Dragoon. We're only playing 1 Fallen of Albaz. That's all you need. We're not doing the super poly shenanigans. But 1 Polymerization, and this is basically to draw, to give you an option for Guardian Chimera. You probably won't ever use that, or rarely will. So far in testing, I haven't drawn it. I did try playing like the I guess the Fright for Patchwork package, but it was too big and wasn't worth the cost, because then you pretty much can't play hand traps, which is, yeah, you just can't do that. 1 Despian Tragedy, 1 Alibur the Jester of Despia. I basically just added these 2 because they're the best generic Despia cards. But with that being said, yeah. So basically, we're not going to use those if we get a Branded Fusion up front. We're basically going to use Branded Fusion to send our Fallen of Albaz and then Hex Sealed Fusion, so that we can get our Albion and then use Albion to banish those 2 materials for Dragoon. But if later in the game you draw another Branded Fusion, you kind of want to target. So that just gives you these for going into, you know, another card. I might change the extra deck up a little bit. I'm probably going to cut Dark and play Mirror Jade, or I think, yeah, it's Mirror Jade or Ice Jade or something like that. This card's good too. I don't know, maybe I'll keep this because it makes your opponent pay life points, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I'll probably hold on to it Masquerade actually. But yeah, Branded Fusion just really good. And like I said, the entire Branded engine is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards total. So it's totally worth playing. And then like if you draw your Alibur, you don't really need to normal summon this deck. You can if you draw your Theresia, but usually you don't need to. You can special summon it with other effects. Like when your fusion monsters or Dinomorphia fusion monsters are destroyed, you can special summon those cards from your graveyard. But these fusion trap cards, we're sending these from your deck to fusion summon, so like you don't need to normal summon them. So if you normal summon this, you can add another Branded Fusion and then do a different play, like get your Masquerade. Then we're playing 3 Gammas, just because this is like probably the best hand trap in the game right now, besides Ghost Ogre, but it's up there for sure. 1 Driver, of course, and then 1 Hex Sealed Fusion. And if you don't know what this card does, I just found out yesterday, and then this is how I like brought this deck together. But basically you can substitute this card for any 1 fusion material monster, but the other fusion material monster must be correct. You contribute fusion material monsters on the field, including the face-up card. I don't even really know what that means, honestly. Special summon 1 corresponding light fusion monster. You're not going to use that effect. You're only going to use this. So basically, when you send this to the graveyard with your Branded Fusion, along with your Albaz, Dragoons just needs 1 Dark Magician, or plus a Dragon Effect monster. or red eyes, but it's dragon effect monster, which is your Albaz. So you need Dark Magician, but Dark Magician is just not gonna, it's just a brick. And we're better off playing the light Hex Sealed Fusion because we need a light monster for our Albion. And this becomes Dark Magician basically when you're using Albion's effect to banish materials to the fusion summon. So super broken. But yeah, I've been testing this deck a little bit and it seems to be going really well. If you didn't know, these branded spells come out April 15th with the structure deck. This Dinomorphia Frenzy trap comes out, I'm not sure, I think either sometime this month or sometime next month, but it's definitely not past May. It's either this month or next month. I'll have to look into that. And I'll probably pin that as a comment. But for our extra deck, we're playing 3 Dinomorphia Rexterm, which, like I said, this comes out with the other Dinomorphia support that's coming out. We're playing 3 Kintragina, which we already have, 3 Stealth Bergia, 1 Dark Charmer, but this might get cut, honestly, 1 Lagia, 1 Blazing Dragon, 1 Guardian Chimera, 1 Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, and 1 Albion. And then for your side deck, it's whatever you can imagine, whatever you want to play. Sorry, I got a call, so I was just making sure it wasn't anybody important. But that's going to be it. What's up?